leaders do not need to keep their people down. Have you ever seen communicators, and they might be in a leadership position where they frequently are putting down their team members, they're pointing out their mistakes, they're making them feel not good enough, they're implying that they're late or it's not done to the degree it should have been done. They're always pointing out your flaws. These are leaders typically who are struggling with an internal weakness. When you need to put people down in order to protect your place up here, it means you feel vulnerable. Doesn't mean you're feeling the way a leader's supposed to feel. Leaders are supposed to be secure. You know, there might be risk, but they're comfortable with those risks and they're there to make a difference. Good leadership is building your teams. You want them to progress. You want them to move to higher places. I'm not threatened by your higher movement because I'm a leader. Now, there are some things you can do when you start to spot someone like that. They're always making sure everyone knows where they let me down. So when I see those kind of behaviors, one of the things that I do, sort of a dodge and parry technique, is I tend to compliment them. And you could say, you know, it's brown nosing or pandering, you know, call it what you want. But if I can voice to them that I recognize the importance of them and their role, I recognize the importance of the decisions that they make, those things are true. I tend to stick to truths when I talk about the stuff. But if I can let them know that I see they're important, I reduce their need to put me down. So it's worth it for both of us. It's a waste of time and it's better leadership to not have to. So I make sure they know, hey, I respect you. I really like that decision. I like how you're thinking about this. If I can pay some homage and respect to them, they have less reason to need to put me down. I will sometimes watch my emotional tone when someone's putting me down. I'll try to be pretty happy. Hey, great feedback. Hey, you know, we keep moving. So if I can, I take away some of their reasons to put me down. Now, there's a couple other options too. Sometimes I decide to fight back. So on one end of the spectrum, it might be I'm going to fight. On the other, I'm going to just let it pass through and just literally ignore it. And if you've got narcissistic personalities, you can curb one by just not getting sucked into the drama. Eventually, you quit feeding them. So letting it pass through has that advantage. Instead of feeding their response reaction need to put you down and see that it affected you, it just doesn't affect you. So you're taking away their food. And I've been on both ends of the spectrum. Some people, I decide I'm going to fight every battle. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it again and again and again. Take you to the mat, take you to the mat, take you to the mat. Other people, I just let it pass through. I don't know what I'm deciding that, probably weighing all the complex factors. More likely you're somewhere in the middle. I'm going to let a lot of things pass through, but I'm going to pick my battles carefully. And I tend to probably be more like that. I will pick the battle, and I will often do it publicly. If somebody's picking at me and it's in a team setting, I'm going to bring it on. Let's right here. Hey, you know, you've said this a number of times. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it right now. And I will take them on, which you have to be very, very careful about because it can get you into trouble. So let me summarize it this way. The number one point is don't be that kind of leader. Don't show your own weakness, show your strength by building the people around you. If you're confronted with someone who has to put you down in communication, and publicly, it's even worse, what you want to do is recognize that you might be able to affirm them and take away their need to put you down, remove their impetus to insult you publicly. If that doesn't work, you've got sort of three options: fight every battle, ignore it, or pick your battles carefully. And those are pretty much the options you have. If you take the point of this vlog right, though, you'll really get the main point. It's for you. If a true leader doesn't have to be the expert, know everything, but pulls from the people around them, puts together good teams, elevates them and supports them for a better result for everyone, be that kind of a leader. Don't be someone who needs to put you down to succeed, because the best leaders build their teams.